We're here to talk about the origin of the vampire, one of the most iconic monsters in all of Halloween history. Its long black cape, the shiny medallion, the slick back hair, sometimes with the point on the forehead. I'm sure he had good breath. I'm sure he brushed his teeth. He really hated garlic, you know.
Yeah. That's why he hated garlic, because his teeth were so hard to brush. Get that shit away from me.
So they say that all of these different things about the vampire costume or figure actually translate really well into the history of the vampire. The shiny medallion, the powdery complexion, the long white fangs, that all comes from Eastern Europe. And the fangs in particular show a similarity between bats and dogs, which, as you know, vampires have been said to be able to transform into.
In their folklore, vampires needed to return to the grave and rest again, which is a nice translation to the coffin that you find modern vampires often sleeping in. Also, decapitating them or driving a wooden stake through the heart comes from Eastern European folklore.
So the vampire is extremely sensitive to light, right? Likes to sleep all day. So patients with rabies actually were sensitive to stimulants such as light. So the vampire kind of portrayed a rabies patient.
WTF.
So
vampires had rabies?
No, I don't think that's it. Well, in a way, rabies inspired vampires. Yes. So it was said that if you pour water around a grave of an individual who might rise up and become a vampire, you could prevent the threat. And this is remarkably similar to people being infected with rabies who are hydrophobic, meaning that they are tormented by the sight of water. So if you pour water on their grave, they're not going to rise up from the dead and come eat you alive. The rabies infected person would become violent, or the rabies infected bat or dog would attack. So it was thought that they craved blood. It was also believed that vampires were actually real and lived for only about 40 days.